We are live.
Should we rage against the machine and tell them to suck my dick? Ow! My hip!
Owls? No
My
owls.
hip!
No owls.
Oh, my hip! Ugh. So then Friday, he got me the 6:55 flight to Vegas, then to Tucson. So I knew it was going to be at least 3 hours.
Monday, you mean?
Monday, rather, yeah, thank
Monday.
you. So I was like, whatever, I don't have a choice. So get on the. I worked from I worked from the airport for a while and was able to help people out. That was good. And then I got there at what time? 2:30
Mm-hmm.
for a 7 o'clock flight. Yeah.
Yay.
Then we got boarded, and it was nice. This SkyCap gave me pre-board due to my injury, my
Mm-hmm.
cane, my constant Karen whining. Except I don't whine. We get on the board, and I start to doze off, and I swear that I hear as I'm dozing off. Right, I'm sure we're gonna taxi any second now. I'm sure I don't hear something about a weather delay. So I doze off for a little while, and we're sitting here and it's stuffy. We're inside this damn fucking plane, not moving. Somebody hands me a water. I'm like, oh, thank you. We're already having waters. We're not even off the ground yet.
Shit.
Excuse me, hot Asian girl sitting next to me. Yeah, don't touch my love handle. She liked it. Sign of prosperity,
Oh,
money.
God.
They like it. They like the fat Americans. But I was like, hey, why are we here? And she's like, like looking at me like, where have you been? I'm like, unconscious. Even if my eyes are open, I'm unconscious. And she's like, whether or not, what? So then finally the captain comes on a half hour later. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I'm going to go ahead and say some things that sound pleasant and whatnot, and it's really not any good news. There's nothing we can fucking do. Maybe we'll be lucky to leave at 20 before the next hour. It's the weather's strange out there. You can look straight ahead and everything's nice and clear, and you think you can just fly through it with no issues, and then somebody sees something you don't see, and you've got to listen to them. So, all right, this is your friendly captain. I'm like, do you have to go to school for that? Do you have to learn how to talk like that? I think you do. Hey, everybody, this is Captain speaking. Listen, so my wife ran off with the milkman, and yeah, there's still milkman. And I'm just here flying for Southwest Airlines because I should have gotten A's in college, but I didn't. So we know when you fly that you have a choice, and we appreciate you choosing Southwest. Go fuck yourself. I like Southwest. Generally, I do. They're like low budget, low frills. They don't have peanuts anymore,
Nope.
but they have
Isn't it?
fucking snacks with gluten in it. It's one choice. They're like snack. I'm like, yeah. The first time I'm like snack. Yeah. What is this? Fucking.
Pretzels?
It's some bullshit. Some sort of mixed like. Probably would have been like Ghirardelli. Is it Ghirardelli? Who does
Ghirardelli, yeah.
the little toast and the thing? Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
one of those mixed bag
Oh,
of
yeah.
shit. And I'm like, excuse me, stewardess, do you speak jive? Um, do you have anything gluten free, vegan, non GMO, low sodium? There's water. Can't guarantee the sodium part though. Fuck. It's gonna be 45 minutes until we land. What if I die? She's like, I just gave you a seatbelt extender. I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that. It's because of my hip.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Well, your hip needs to eat less. All right,
Yes.
that conversation just took place inside my head,
I know.
but it
I
felt
know.
like it. It felt like it. It felt like it. She was really nice. She was really the my first stewardess. They don't like being called that.
Airline attendant.
Flight attendant, I believe,
Flight
or
attendant, yeah.
yeah. I had a flight attendant friend. I'm not allowed to mention flight attendant friend of the love of my life for some reason. She picked one person that I dated and hates her on principle. Like, just picked one. I was like, that's the taboo word is flight attendant these days. Because I mentioned I dated a flight attendant. Yeah, it is. I should know better.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't
allowed to say
date,
for
so.
sure. I must have mentioned some positive attributes about this flight attendant, which is like a one girlfriend that I spoke of, and by girlfriend I mean someone that I smashed in
Sure.
the prior 5 years between divorce and uh, me committing myself to her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, flight attendant, don't say it. Anyways, I said stewardess because I like that. It's old fashioned. She said, yes, fat man. I said, have you ever joined the Mile High Club? She said, have you ever been put into a full Nelson at 35,000 feet? I was like, no balls, I dare you. She was 45, 50 years old, maybe 60. She was like 60 years old. Skinny. One of those skinny women who look like they've been like sucking Pall Malls their entire life to keep the fat off, you know?
Yeah.
One of those kind of. Little weather beaten, you know, you can tell that she was a stewardess back when, hand jobs and cocktails were just a part of the everyday thing, you know? You
General
could tell.
service, yeah.
Yeah, general service, yeah. Yeah. Where's the smoking section? She's like, you're sitting in it. Boom, boom. You're welcome. I'll be here all week. You know my favorite thing about flying when you get stuck on the ground for like 2 hours and 15 minutes? When they take off, they tell you they're going to make up time.
I know.
So I've
Yep.
got a 10:30, I think, or maybe 10 o'clock, 10:30 something. I think it was 10:30. Yeah,
Connecting flight.
connecting flight in Vegas, which of course was at gate C5, and we were at seat fucking 29, and we had like 5 minutes to board.
Ah,
Woo! I got a lot of exercise this weekend. It was actually pretty good. I'm actually more mobile because of it.
good.
It's good. Yeah, I need to beat myself up more often.
Mm.
Um, so if you're going 550 miles an hour at 35,000 feet, and you are approximately 380 miles away from where you're going to land, and usually the flight takes about an hour or 55 minutes, as they would say. How much faster do you actually have to go to make up enough time at cruising altitude? Because remember, you have climb, cruising, and then descent. You can't go faster on climb or descent. Those things will kill people inside the plane, right? So all you have is about 25 minutes, maybe 30, of cruising altitude at 35,000 feet. How the fuck are you making up time? Because 100 more miles per hour at 650, you're actually getting close to Mach. Okay, you can't go past like 720 miles an hour. That's breaking the sound barrier, so it can't go that fast. Period. A 737, I can't imagine can go faster than 650 miles an hour. So where are you gonna make up this time? I'm trying to figure it out. Like just time.
Tailwind. It's all in the tailwind.
And here's the thing, they fucking do it. They do it. They're like 36 minutes. That's a record, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't
The
you
wind.
just do that more often?
Well,
Just
because the
tighten everything
wind.
up.
No, it's the wind. If you've got the wind fighting the plane, it takes you longer. If you've got the wind coming with the plane, you get pushed faster.
Well, I understand how currents work. I
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
It's like,
So,
it's like you're on the beach and then you get sucked out and then you start trying to get back in and you're fucked. You swim parallel to the beach
swim
and you'll be able
parallel,
to break it, right?
diagonal.
So
Yep.
maybe, but the last time I checked, the what is that thing called? It's not called the Northern Lights because there's no lights in it, but it's that wind pattern that blows up northerly through central U.S. and then what's that thing called?
I know what you're talking about,
Crush.
but I don't know.
In Finding Nemo, they kind of made reference as if Crush was the sea turtle was like surfing in it, but his was the current, the ocean current versus the
Right.
wave,
The air.
but it's the same.
Yeah.
I forget what
Air and water.
it's called. But last time I checked, it goes south to north. It goes like north south. It goes northwest is how that air current goes. So is there a southeast one that we were able to hop on?
I don't
Were
know.
we at 80,000 feet? Were we in outer space?
Were you jumping lanes? I don't know.
That would be amazing. The higher you go, the faster you can go because the less drag, right? Then you got pressurized cabins. Maybe that's why those things popped out and we all had to wear them. We were in space. So
It's a
anyway,
whole
my quick jaunt home was
all day thing.
I got home at 1:30 in the morning.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw it. I was dead asleep.
And I had to get up at 5:30 for work. And that's sleeping in.
Oh.
That's me working naked. So, Shelf Help Show.
When I worked for SunWest and we did charter flights, so their peanuts were like the big bags because it was not just general, it was all charter stuff. And when they had to stop serving peanuts because of the whole allergy, became big, we decided to go to the pretzels. And I think I got like 6 boxes sent home with me. I
Oh,
just
shit.
walked out to my truck one day and I was like,
Were they honey roasted?
no, they were like, yeah, no, not honey roasted, but they were salted. They were so fucking good. A little, like we had peanuts for like 2 years after that. And I swear I probably ate at least a pack a day. Oh my God, they were so good. There were so many of them. I had so many.
I can see you with nuts in your face every day. I can
Yeah,
picture it.
cool.
Who's on chat? I don't know. Hey,
Uh,
what'd you do this last weekend? Obviously, I flew on Monday.
yeah,
What'd you have going on?
what I have going on this last weekend?
How would I know?
Because I met you in person.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you and
Yeah,
John, Rebecca and
yeah,
Julie. Yep. It was the
yeah,
3 of us live in person.
yeah.
And we clicked. I gotta say, I was a little apprehensive
Why were you
about what,
apprehensive?
because I was
How could you think
some,
that we would click
I don't know.
this way and not just in person, like and
I
have the
don't,
same repertoire?
I don't know. I figured we would, but I just didn't know like if it would be the full extent of it. I thought like I figured we would click and we would do good,
Right.
but did it fully extend all the way
It's
of
like
how we are?
somebody
Like,
like maybe I wouldn't be as purposely irritating to John, and then John wouldn't get as angry as he does with me, and then
right.
like there would
Absolutely.
like we would mute our dynamic because we're in person.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
what'd you find?
no, none of us did that. It was amazing. It was just like that. If John was here, it would have been the 3 of us, only we were just sitting in the same room.
Right.
That's the only difference. We were just sitting together. And so
Yeah.
he picks me up and he gets out, he gives me a big hug and he's like, "Oh, you smell good." And I just instantly went, "Oh, it's just John." Right.
Yeah.
But all weekend he would say something and I just look at him and I just flick him, like not hard, but just like go. And he looked
As
at me, I
you
go,
go.
because I could, because I can,
Right.
because you're here.
Right.
I said, so I've not had to flick a computer screen. So he was leaving and he gives me a hug and he's like, "You smell good." And started on a note, ended on a note. I said, "But damn
Nice.
it, now I can't flick you anymore."
So I was anticipating you guys getting there. You showed up like maybe an hour after Rebecca and I did, and Oh, and for those of you who are wondering what this was, if you know San Diego County, there's Mount Helix, is in East County. It's got a cross on top of the hill. Um, the other mountains around it, the hills have different names, but it's all Mount Helix as far as I'm concerned. Um, we rented a house, thanks to our friend Julie Nelson. It was a, oh, let's see, what were the stats? 5,000 square foot um, house on 7 acres etched into the
You're
hill.
amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, so anyways, we had a mini mansion for the weekend.
Hmm.
Um, so it aided us in getting together because it's the same town that Mama Fox lives in. And then
Yep.
John drove from out of town, and I was actually there for my 30th high school reunion, which Julie had put together, and the love of my life joined us for. So it was a unique opportunity to all be in the same spot at the same time, and yeah, so it was good. It was a good weekend. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
He was definitely.
My
Jeff,
reaction to you when you walked in the room and I was standing there, I had my underwear and a t-shirt on and
Rebecca
socks.
just is like, come in, come in,
Yeah,
come
it's
in.
fine. It's fine. It's kind of like
Okay.
dad bod biker beard. Like, what are you gonna worry about? Like his dad, he's in his chonies, big deal.
It's just
He's always in
Jeffrey.
his. It's just right, and like literally, I'm like, whatever. I dropped the dildo and kicked it underneath the,
I I honestly did not even
under the
notice
bed.
what you had on. I didn't notice
I know,
anything.
I know, it was amazing. I was wearing an undershirt and drawers and compression socks because I'm sexy and I know it. And I see you come in, and I knew that you were taller than the average female. Yeah, and I remember saying, "God, I wish I wasn't hunched over." But God, I wish I could stand up fucking straight. But I see you, and honestly, the first thing I thought is, you are so beautiful. Honestly,
Oh,
first
thank
thing I thought,
you.
and I know you are, but to see you in person, I said, even more so.
Thank you.
So,
I know later
uh,
that night we were out on the patio and John had went in, Julie had went in for something, and I was on my way in, and you and Rebecca were at the table, and you let me get all the way across the patio, the back patio porch, and I open the door and I hear Missy, and I turn around and you go, "You're just more beautiful in person." And I was like, "Thank you."
it's true.
I thought it would be like you're a bigger girl than I expected because that's
No,
common.
no, you look like you dropped some lbs too. Look like you're getting skinny, girl.
Whatever.
No, no, I'm serious.
Well, thank you.
Seriously, I'm a relatively shallow human being, and if it wasn't for the friendship and my current commitment, I'd throw you a shot all day. And Rebecca picked up on that without me saying it because I was just like, you know what? I said she's so beautiful. Like she's stunning in person, and she said she is. Do I need to be concerned? I said, well, I'm a good boy. I'll behave myself. But if you hear me
Yes.
growling, "Arr, I'm gonna beat that pussy up," then could be a problem. She's like, "No, I'm just kidding, babe. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
It's no problem. Men and women can be friends. That's how I know." And she's like, "Fuck you."
And
That wasn't helping her argument. I'm trying to be suspicious.
those of you who don't know, when I first joined the show, Jeffrey's stance was men and women can't be friends.
It's correct.
And
It's still my stance in general.
in general, but it has changed slightly. You
Yeah,
have altered
yeah,
it a little bit to accommodate my friendship with you. So,
that is true. That is true.
yep.
When I speak from a what's it called bio I lost the word. Who cares? From a biological standpoint, when I'm talking about men and women can't be friends, um, it's because in general there creates conflict. Men tend to want to possess and everything. Everyone doesn't matter. Whatever is in front of them, they want to own it. and women like the attention and are willing to take it all the way up until the ownership part, and then be like, "Hey, know your role," and be like, this sexual tension is just going to create problems, right? Oh no, I can handle it. Fucking women, they think they can. Then we're like, "Oh, is that a challenge?"
See, I handled it really well. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's because you only had to worry about one pig rooting around for truffles.
Oh my god.
This pig, this
Oh
pig
Lord.
was busy. Truffle pig.
Oh Lord.
So you and John seemed like you got along pretty well. He was very friendly, good
Yep.
sense of humor. He didn't change his flirting at all. It just was like very, like, it's intense when he's here. It just keep going same level. I appreciated that. He's not shy.
No.
And you were well. Okay, well tell everybody what what you expected when you met me, and then
So,
what you were
and
puzzled about.
your height.
My
So I
height.
know you're hunched over, but that's not it because you're still well over 6 foot.
Right.
But to me, it's like you're like 8 foot tall. And my imagination is you just like towering over the top of me. And I walked into the room and I was just like, huh?
Eye to eye.
I know. I was like, wait,
I'm
what?
hunched over and you're here. Like, hey, what's going on?
Where did Jeffrey go? Where you're supposed to be up there? I'm
So I'm like,
supposed to just go hi. And
right.
I was like, hi.
I'm supposed to be able to like scoop you up in my arms. I got you. Let's go. Throw you over my shoulder. Yeah. And she was like, well, who's the midget? It was I'm like 6 foot. I'm 6'1", and with a stoop, I'm 5'9". But
I'm
um,
5'7", so
so I've never been. Well, I've been called a midget before, but just a really tall one because I have short arms and short legs. So um,
I
and a
did
big
not call
head.
you that. I think I just stared for like 2 seconds, like, huh? I was a little confused.
You're shorter than I expected. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? She was in it immediately. She didn't even pull any punches. Huh.
Oh,
I can't mask my disappointment, so I might as well tell you what it's about.
hey, you saw the look on my face. I need to explain it.
Like, oh, huh?
You were just like,
I'm sorry to
really?
meet you too.
Yeah, you just kind of went, really?
Huh.
Oh,
Mm. Mm. Eh,
but then we
well,
had a
that's
really
it.
great hug, and it was all good. It was all
It was all
good.
good. It didn't offend me. It was cute. I realize that I do sometimes take up more space in the camera than others.
Yeah, but I think it's your personality too. Like you just seem
Well, I'm watching
just
like 30 people on Zoom today, and I'm trying to find somebody who has a camera that's like a foot away from them, and they're all like this. So, anyways,
yeah.
and what I'm trying to figure out with the people that I work with is some people literally have their camera
Oh yes.
like this.
Hmm.
So anyway, I don't. What the fuck is that about? Why are you showing like the top of your face?
Your forehead. Yep.
Yeah,
There's some people like that too.
I'm like that's strange to me. I'm
Hmm.
trying not to show off my Trump flag and my American flag. Try not to be too redneck. I'm more worried about that. And then over here, I pan over to my tequila shooter boot, a Coors Light can, and no, they're like, is that a sex toy that you have on your desk? I'm like, oh, let me check. No, strangely,
Nope.
it's not. Yeah, they're still in the bag. I haven't unpacked.
Oh,
From
next time, better stuff for mojitos though.
better stuff for what?
Mojitos.
Oh, we needed more mint.
I took a drink and it was like I didn't expect a half of a lemon to smack me in the face, and I was like,
Mm,
ooh,
that was a
ooh.
lime, but that's
I mean,
okay.
lime. Yes, I knew that.
You,
Uh,
yeah, That was like $40 spent on mojitos. That, I mean, if you were just thirsty and you needed to get some
Yeah,
liquid in you, it was good. But
I
yeah,
drank some of it, and
it was
then the
like
other girls
some.
finished it.
It was lacking the punch. It was lacking the mojito-ness. Oh well, I was under
Oh
pressure. I don't always
well.
perform well under pressure.
But dinner the next night was amazing.
Mmm.
We grilled carne asada and
Al pastor.
yeah, whatever it
I
was.
think it
It
was
was
al
amazing.
pastor or
We had
adobada.
tacos.
Yeah, we had tacos, authentic. Well, like authentic. At least like that's how Mexicans at home eat tacos. So it's always a treat for the white people. They're like, wait, where's the ground beef, the lettuce, and tomato?
Yeah, right.
That's with your hard taco shells up your ass.
Thank God you didn't have hard taco shells. Ugh.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for Lowry's taco seasoning and a
Right.
3 pound chub of ground beef, and yeah, there's a time and a place for that, and it's delicious. And my kids probably are like, they probably favor it more. I'm sure Lisa does too, which is funny 'cause she's the Mexican who brought that into the Mexican into our lives. So American ground beef tacos are fabulous, but yeah, grilled meats, cotija cheese, queso frescos, some good salsas. That's all you need.
But when you
John
guys,
John was high as fuck. And he's like, I'm having my
oh,
fifth taco right now.
oh my God, he was so high.
I'm like, Only five? He's like,
He's not here to defend himself, so I'm gonna make fun of him because he was just like sitting there at the table, all fine. And all of a sudden, and he's talking. I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was saying something, and then like mid sentence, he just goes,
oh,
"Oh," he's like, what's wrong?" Oh, I'm high as fuck.
yeah, I'm high as
Oh, that
fuck.
just dropped.
Yeah, and he goes, what did I say right before that? Is that the word? Did the word make me high? Well, I said, he couldn't remember, and I wasn't paying attention. But
I know.
he's like, I said a
Said a
word, and then
word.
I'm high. I'm like, I think it's the fucking brownie that you ate. I don't think it's a word. It's the fact that he's been taking 10 milligrams of THC as edibles for I don't know years, and he's never upped his dose. So Miss Julie has a pan of brownies that she custom made, flown across country illegally into a legal state, which is fine. And he's just like, well, how many milligrams do you think is in this? And she tells this story about feeding them to like her brother or something, and he takes all sorts of drugs. So it was funny, as if like your ability to take all sorts of drugs makes you a good person to measure how many milligrams of THC is in something. I'm thinking if he does all sorts of drugs, including weed, he may not be a good litmus test because
Yeah,
he can be like, I hardly feel it. I ate E4. You should tell people E4.
yeah. Add some more.
So John's like, how much do you think? I'm like, well, it's not 25,000 milligrams. I can guarantee that. But I can guarantee it's more than 10.
110. Yeah.
It's probably somewhere between 30 and 50. If I was to guess.
He was
And
hilarious.
he was like, this is different. This is different. He was
So
so funny.
the next day when we all left the house, me and him went to Stone Brewery at
Yeah.
the Liberty Station for lunch. I had never been there, so he took me there. And drove up to Temecula and stayed the night up there. And the plan was to go to some brewery in Oceanside. That's why we went that far away, was
Yeah.
we'd be there. And we got in the room and we just kind of vegged out and like nap, no nap. Yeah, nap, no nap. We didn't, we just were playing music, we talked about music like all day. And then he said something about brownies. And I said, okay. And he's like, really? Like, I'm like, but a half, like a half. I'm not. So we each took a half of brownie. I haven't. Oh my God. I was high like John was the night
Yeah.
before. He wasn't as high because he only took a half. I fucking was just laughing my ass off. He's like, we're not going to the brewery. I'm like, okay, but we need food. So we were debating. So we looked up like what's close by, and right next to the hotel, literally next door, was Wendy's, In and Out, and then something else. I don't know.
Perfect.
And so we were like,
Perfect
Wendy's,
bunch of
Wendy's,
food.
Wendy's making it Baconator. No, In and
Mm-mm.
Out, like 2x2, whatever style. I don't know what it is. And okay, so we're walking over there, and we had decided we were going to do In and Out. I thought. But then I was like thinking to myself, now again, I'm fucking stoned and I can't remember what we were going to eat if we had picked Wendy's. And right then we turned so we could see the side of the building. And the only poster they have in the window is a picture with one word, and it says Baconator. And I go, Baconator, because in my brain, I was trying to remember what we were talking about, and that's what it was. And he goes, oh, you want a Baconator? I go, no, I don't care. Like either one. We got Wendy's. Then we went back and we ate till we were stuffed.
Did you get a Frosty?
Yes, we got Frosty too. He
With
got the new
fries?
strawberry. Yeah, we do not dip your fries in the Frosty. That's just me.
I don't.
No,
I heard it's a thing though.
he got the. It is a thing, but we smashed that. No, you're not doing that. He got the new strawberry one. It was pretty good. And I'm not a strawberry person, but it was pretty good. And
It's perfect munchy food. Baconator.
yeah. And then we just literally just talked music to like 10:15, and then I beat him to sleep. We were done.
Like old people.
Old people. I said I think I've been asleep before midnight every night that weekend. Well, before midnight.
That was impressive. Yeah. You got sleep. You took a vacation. You took a vacation from your life, and you didn't stress about it. That was good.
Yep. It was
amazing.
Amazing.
Well, it's kind of like when you spend time on the show. It's just you kind of like everything else kind of falls away, and you're just like, no, well,
yep.
We'll do this.
Yep.
Good friends, good fun. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Bestest friends I have found in forever.
What are the chances? What are the chances?
I know. I just stumbled upon you guys as I was not supposed to be a part of all of this. I was like, here's Missy. Yeah, now go away. And I stuck around. So.
Yeah, well, you were introduced, and then based on the other audience participation, I felt like it was always more favorable to have you on. If I could, I'd be like, hey, okay, let's have you share a point of view now, and not that other person or persons. Sometimes it would be very chaotic. We had chaotic shows for a while.
Oh, yes.
So then you were very not chaotic. I mean, you would laugh and have fun, but you were not like, meh. So it was good.
I don't have to talk over everybody at all times.
It's true. Did you like how even in person that I made sure that you got a word in edgewise?
That's great.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. Excuse me, John. Shh. Missy, what was that?
Yeah. What was that? But I waited all weekend, and I think it was Sunday. I was walking across the patio, and you were at the grill. I was walking over towards you to see if you needed help, and John was sitting at the table, and he said something, and he said, Mama Fox. And I went, oh, the first time anyone has called me Mama Fox all weekend. I was actually Missy the whole weekend.
Right. Yeah, nobody calls me Sinatra or Dadbod, so if
no. Well, it's funny because when I started just being in the chat, like consistently with you guys, with just you and John, not Saturdays, but just with you and John, he learned everybody else's true name for their Twitch handle, and he called them by their name.
Yeah.
Except me.
Right.
Even though I would say, this is Missy, he would still go, yeah, Mama Fox. Like, I'm like, what? Right. At first I was a little offended. I was like, what the fuck? He can't bother to remember my name?
Right.
But then it just kind of became my tagline, so.
Right. Well, that's the thing, is it stuck because it fit, and if you're gonna have a handle, then or you're gonna be on the show, then you need a handle, right?
Right.
So, it was predestined. I have to pee, so you're up.
Alrighty, I'm up. Love when he does this. So I don't know if he pulled up chat. And even if he did, he never looks at chat. John is usually our chat person, so. And my phone's on charger, so I'm not looking right now. So I don't know who is out there. But if you're out there, say something, say hi, and I'll make him look when he comes back. So we'll see if anybody's watching. We had a wonderful weekend. It was so great. I have two best friends that are guys that are amazing people. They really are. And had a wonderful weekend. Definitely gonna do it more often. And also met some great ladies. Rebecca and Julie were amazing. Awesome. I'm horrible at pictures, so I have like 4 pictures, and one of them's dark. Oh, but we sat out on Mount Helix, me and John. While they were at their class reunion on Saturday night, we just sat out. We went and grabbed pizza and beer and sat out on the deck and just watched as it got dark. Watched as the lights all around the mountains came on and listened to the wildlife. We actually had a screech owl, and it was so funny because John goes, "Listen, that's a cat, like hiss, like going nuts." And so we're listening, and I'm like, "Oh, it's over behind me." And then 2 or 3 times later, it's like, "That's not a cat. Nope, nope, that's not a cat." And then all of a sudden, damn thing was over on the other side of us. And I was like, "Holy shit, it's over there now." John goes, "It's a frog." I go, "No fucking frog moves that fast,
Bigfoot.
dude." There was a big palm tree out past the deck that it was up in, and we heard it just, oh my God, it was so loud. And so we started talking to it. Yeah, we're just, I was pretty drunk. Dumbasses were talking. Come here, Al. John's all, I'm like, what the fuck is that gonna do? And that fucker came out of that palm tree and like swooped as close as it could because there was a pole with lights. So it couldn't get all the way over the deck, but it swooped right up and just its wings just came out and it just sailed right like that. It was amazing. We both watched it and it went back to the palm tree, and then we both were like, we looked at each other and then we're like, phones, like take a picture. Oh shit, I'm a little late. That's okay. It was amazing. It was really cool.
Yeah, I wish I had had more time on the porch out there. Well, I kind of did on Friday night a little bit because I couldn't fall asleep, and so so I'm like, I don't want to disturb, little Miss Rebecca, who was sleeping soundly, who doesn't snore at all. You just watched her go from conscious to unconscious without moving, perfectly into REM sleep.
Must be
And
nice.
there's me flopping around. The humidity was making me sweat as well as the pain. I had actually shoved my fucking right leg up into my hip socket, and I didn't pick up on it until, oh gosh, Sunday, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday? Was it Sunday? Monday? I don't even remember.
No,
Finally,
it
I
was
was like,
Sunday.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think my legs are out of, yeah, out of joint. Can you help me? And then I was like, oh, that was it. I wish I had fucking done that earlier because it's just the pain is so intense when I have failed spine syndrome from my first surgeries. So that means with the curvature of my spine in the back is flattening out, which means it
Mm-hmm.
pushes my hips forward, and then my legs will become uneven, and my right leg will go up inside that ball and socket will
Ouch.
shorten up by a quarter to a half inch. So when you're walking around with one leg longer than the other, then the rest of your body freaks out and
Tries to adjust.
creates this
Mm-hmm.
insane fucking pain response. Like you're dying. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to be walking like this.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Good.
go ahead.
So you went in. So Rebecca left. Julie left on Sunday. You went in at first because we were talking about getting the pool, and you went in, and so I went in and got my suit on. John went in and got his suit on, and we waited and we waited and we waited. I don't think he's coming out. So I
Yeah.
jumped in the pool. We were in the pool for 3 hours. As tan as I am, my face was burnt, but and
Oh, I
just
know.
and right here, right along the edge was like beet red, and my face. John, because he wore his shirt, his neck, his face, his head, he was. I was like fine the next day. He was still red when he left when he dropped
Oh,
me off
yeah.
on Monday. he
Oh,
was
yeah.
he was fried.
He was.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
I
told,
was tired. Yeah.
yeah, it was good that you got it now. That was good.
I
Pull
call
up
it.
to see if anybody's in chat. I called out chat to see if anybody was there. See if anybody's there.
Um, I'm gonna see if I can grab some pictures.
Mm.
So I captured a bunch of videos online today that we can react to, learn, and observe. A lot of them are body cam um, uh, shootings, videos. Those are good. If you want to,
Okay.
yeah, you want to see people get shot. Yeah,
Hmm. Why
no,
not?
yeah, why not?
Why
Some of
not?
them are try not to laugh.
Uh,
Some of them are
those
funny
are good.
animals, funny animal stuff. Here's the thing: they're not labeled, so I
All
think
right.
the first two-thirds are going to be people getting shot, and then it's going to be maybe a Bigfoot one, and maybe some animal ones after that, and then maybe back to just people getting shot again. So
Alrighty.
anyway, I wanted to avoid the commercials on the YouTube, so I borrowed them and put them on the thumb drive, the videos. So,
Hmm.
Um.
I don't have commercials on my YouTube.
Oh, well, I don't have them if I use the hacked version that I have,
Oh,
but I
well,
don't pay for the service either.
I do just for the fact that before, well, I could probably cancel it, but before I got my Echo, I fell asleep and listened all night to YouTube. And
Hmm.
it got to where I would wake up and there'd be like 2 hour long commercial going on. What the fuck? And I couldn't skip.
Right? Yeah.
And it would wake me up because it would not be music,
Right.
So it got irritating.
Irritating. All right, here we go.
Alrighty.
Let's share a screen. We'll see what I can show from the weekend. Can you see? It looks like photographs.
Yep.
Okay. So, the love of my life is probably now driving back from Universal Studios with Darian and her mom.
Yeah.
Um, so just to send her little love notes today, I made some videos with Craig DeGraff in them
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and sent them to her.
Are you
Uh,
serious?
so I'll show you some. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Let's see if we get this loaded. There should be sound.
And I'm
Here we go. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's the play button.
a ride you like a rodeo. I'm a ride you like a rodeo. I'm a ride you like a rodeo. Hog tie like a rodeo. Cowgirl like a rodeo.
Okay, so that one is I'm gonna ride you like a rodeo. All right, and the gray-haired guy, his name is Craig. He hosted our reunion, and I called Little Miss thing out. I said, "Oh, he seems like your type, silver-haired, fox, daddy-looking guy." And she was like, "What?" And it made her blush because, well, most women who saw him thought he was cute. So I was just going based on that because I figured she would think he was cute, like most. And then I teased her about it for a while. I don't know, hours. And then later on, she continued to use it to tease me. At what point, John and Mama Fox were like, he's gonna snap at some point.
I'm done. I'm going to bed. Bye. See you tomorrow.
She kept bringing up Craig, and like
Over and over and over.
she was drunk. We were all sitting out on the
Mhm.
porch. It was after the reunion, and she couldn't stop like bringing it up. Craig, 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 and then laughing maniacally. And John says like, "Oh man, this is what karma is about.
Yep.
You have met the female version of yourself, and you fell in love with her. That's fucked up.
Mhm.
Like she's acting just like you would." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's
You were a
okay."
champ. Yep.
Oh yeah. So I sent her like I don't know.
With the cool poppy.
Oh, Poppy.
Now, was he in your guys' graduating class?
What's that?
Was he in your guys' graduating class?
Couple years ago. Good one. I
Wait,
did
was
that
he
one
in your
for.
class?
No, he was class of 89.
That makes more sense because okay.
He's 51. He was in my older sister's class. She was a senior when I was a freshman.
Mm.
Yeah. I sent my sister a long shot picture of Craig and Jeremy today, and I said, "Hey, can you recognize who's in this picture?" And she said, "Yeah, that's Craig DeGraff." How's his brother Ed? Was he there? I was like, "See, I told everybody." She dated both of them.
Dated both of them. You told her.
She literally said that, and then she thought Jeremy was somebody else. And I was like, "No, he was in my class." If I remember correctly, though, Craig was not very good to her. So, in hindsight, Ed was, but I think Craig was a dog back then.
Mm.
Can't picture that, can you?
Not at all.
Not at all. But nice guy. I'm glad that he had a beautiful house, beautiful yard, and the fact that he hosted us was even better. And she said, "Oh yeah, you had your." My sister says, "You had your reunion. How was it?" I heard Craig did it last year too. I think he does every year. I'm like, oh,
That's cool.
that is cool. He's either a big fan of the Santana Sultans, or he's trying to pick up on underclassmen.
Still.
He owns a bar and grill club up in Del Mar called Jimmy O's. Apparently does quite well in that regards. So hashtag goals. Next to him is Jeremy. In high school, all the girls wanted to be with him, but he was innocent. He moved to Utah after getting out of high school and got married as he should, and pumped out some kids, and did his Mormon duty. I think he's now divorced. And I was like, hey, isn't it weird that Jeremy's so gay, and yet just now getting divorced? And everybody jumped down my throat. Everybody. They were like, what? What is wrong with you? He's a super nice guy. And I said, I'm sorry, did gay mean something derogatory to you? What does gay mean in your head? And they're like, oh, I'm serious. That's how the conversation went. I just said, I thought he was gay in high school, and I think he's gay now. I think, he prayed the gay away and did the Mormon duty and whatnot. And, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He's a super sweet guy. He's a great human being. He's great, no matter what he is, whether he's asexual or whatever. It doesn't matter. I was just bringing up the fact that he has effeminate traits that most people would say would represent that. Except the girls wouldn't. They wouldn't hear it, Missy. They wouldn't hear it. The girls are like, no, he's just sweet and kind like that. I'm like, really? I said, what did he tell you the job that he just retired from, what he did the last 25 years? And they're like, yeah, wasn't it like tile floors and stuff? I'm like, yeah, he's been on his knees for 25 years.
Ooh.
He said it. I heard him. And they're like, oh no. Boom, boom. Look at that. Hi. See that? On the left, that's not somebody who had to go to Utah and get married, right? On the right, there he is. Yep. So Becky said, she said, I told Jeremy on the right, she said, did you know that all the girls in high school had the hots for you? And he was like, what? No. She goes, yeah. I wasn't even there. I'm hearing about it right now. Here at this party. Everyone is talking about how they would have fucked you. And she goes, you play your cards right, you can bang anybody here today. And probably all of them. He was like, what? That's so intense. Like, that's crazy. I love this. I love Becky. She's like, so if you had had that information back then, what would you have done with it? And he goes, I just had one girlfriend in high school. I think I would have just lived my life the way I did and made those choices. But now I'm not sure. She's like, just saying. Just saying.
I'll be different.
All the fake blondes here today in the A group. Take them home. Ooh. What is
dancing in the dark?
So loud.
You between my arms, barefoot on the grass. We're listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight.
Did you put that on Facebook?
I did.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I got some views.
Yeah.
So that's when Becky goes, how long ago were those pictures?
It's been a bit.
Fuck. A year? Really?
Is it really?
Longer than a year, but not much. Like a year and change. I broke myself in May of last year. Yeah, you're like, yeah, you were better looking, thinner.
I'm not. Whatever. You're not as big as I thought. You were like in real life. No, you're not.
Oh.
Tall or
I'm not as tall and not as fat. That's great. Thank
you
dear.
made that sound bad, but I was trying not to make that sound
You're
bad.
taller than I expected and thinner also and more
Oh.
beautiful. So
Aw, thank you. You're
yeah.
still handsome. You're still a handsome man. But you know, it all comes down to the voice, so it's all it takes.
Dude,
Close my eyes.
when I when I have to help people at work and I have to video chat with them sometimes, I can tell by their profile picture that I'm going to have a fan. Let me just say. And so I try to avoid talking or letting them see. I know it sounds conceited. I don't know, whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't want them to see me or hear my voice. I want them to just, if I'm typing and then taking over their computer to fix something, that's perfectly fine because they don't get distracted. And then the engagement doesn't last so long. And then they don't suddenly have a bunch of other fucking issues come up after that.
Right.
So there's like 400 people I have to attend to, and with this phone system that I'm in charge of. So this one today, I knew I had to actually do a Zoom and take over her computer and like actually walk her through some steps and teach her some things that she'd been doing wrong, so she can use her system correctly. Yeah. Laura, I think she's about, I don't know, 50 something, 55 maybe. And she's like, you have an amazing voice. She's like, that microphone, is that your microphone? I was like, yeah. No, it's somebody else's. I stole it.
I'm just borrowing it for you.
Yeah. And she's like, wow, that's a nice microphone. I'm like, oh, sorry, I usually have my blur on. I'll back it up a little bit. She's like, no, it's not, I like it. Like, you sound very crisp. Like, you can tell, like, even for a Zoom, you sound like, you don't sound like you're on a headphone. I'm like, oh, because I'm not. I'm on this.
Did the door just open again?
The fuck was that? The fuck?
Did the door open? Is it open? I
The
can't.
door was already cracked,
Oh, okay.
but
I heard it, whatever it was. Yeah, your lighter's gonna help. Don't get murdered on live Zoom. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not your lighter.
no.
Oh, God damn it.
It's just a BB gun.
But it still scared the shit out of me. Oh.
A 22 or a .177 BB to the chest. Either way, it's gonna get someone's attention if they come through my door.
Great.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear the noise?
I heard it, yeah.
It was like woof.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Can you keep an eye over my shoulder? In
Yeah,
case something
I
bad
got you.
happens. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Anyway, okay. We'll move on. Anyway, so you know, same fucking conversation happens. Oh, your voice. Radio. Are your eyes green or blue?
Dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass,
Sort of band who would record himself.
listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling. You look perfect tonight.
So it was not choreographed. Those. Oh, here we go. This guy had 500 views on Reel today so far. 500.
I know.
500. I can't
I
believe
know
it popped up.
at least 4 of them are me because I just kept getting play over and over. I guess you again.
I think this snap one I did of him went viral too.
Oh.
Mi pedacito de cielo, te amo con todo el alma, eres el aire fresco de cada mañana. Dios con sus propias manos dibujó tu sonrisa y con un soplo de aliento me trajo a mi vida mi pedacito de paraíso.
Oh, that was cute.
Those are from this weekend pictures.
They were.
Last weekend, yeah.
2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Saturday night.
Hey, bustin' ass in the motherfucker ground, you got it, lady, you better make sound. Act like you got it now, like baby girl, you got it now.
That was very frantic.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I solved the problem. Do you see what I did? So I made a function to format the ANI into a proper phone string and then assign that variable as a phone string as a constant. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Solve the problem.
Cool.
All right. That's what my work looks like, except, yeah.
I've
All right.
Right.
Oop. So promo shots. So there's a option when you take pictures on these phones. You probably have it too, where it'll take a group of pictures for like 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you can pick the ones out of it that you like. So that was me doing the posing thing. I was trying to get some promo shots for the couple of covers for the different shows.
Right.
So it requires that you look like a fool. And as I'm happy to look like a fool,
You
doesn't
do
bother
so
me.
well.
I do. Strangely, used to.
I knew I loved you then, but you'd never known, 'cause I played it cool.
What guy sends his
Love. Oh yeah.
that she had the hots for? Oh, this is a good one. Me.
You're just a weirdo.
I don't give it all.
There's a place downtown where the freaks will come around. It's a hole in the wall. It's a dirty freak for
You just fucking ruined that picture with putting him on it. What the fuck?
a driver, so I don't give it all.
I don't give it all.
There's a place downtown where the freaks will come around. It's a hole in the wall. It's a dirty freak for
Pretty cool way to make big versions of your paintings, huh?
I know. I've seen this before. I've seen him do it. And it's amazing. It's like, oh, if I had a big enough space.
My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling, I want you to play with my ding-a-ling, 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 my ding-a-ling.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I love apps.
Who's sexy? I'm sexy. Who's sexy? I'm sexy. Who's sexy? I'm sexy. I'm sexy. Fuck it up. Jersey, fuck it up right now. B-ball, fuck it up right now. DC, fuck it up right now. Philly, fuck it up right now.
All right. Brent Bull and what's her name? Debbie? They're both now single. I think they had a love connection.
Oh, was Ken Crabtree, was he from your class?
No, I think he was a year behind.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Coy, myself, Debbie, Janine Priester, Brembo. Janine invited Rebecca and I to swing with her and her husband.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, you know, it's good to have options.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how I've always had options, no matter what shape I've been in my life. But you bring somebody like Rebecca along with you, and suddenly your options go up tenfold. Like I said, I never thought I'd earn social cachet off of the female that was with me, but she's so affable, and fucking everybody loves her. I'm like, the A group was slapping your ass. So, oh my gosh. She's like, I don't know the A group. Well, I don't think that chick aged very well. I'm like, I love you. You're amazing. But there was no like real A groups. The nice thing was like everybody commingled. You know,
that's
didn't
good.
matter. Oh, there's Jeremy Kemp. See, what I tell you, Utah.
Yeah.
Come on, come on. If you heard his voice. Beth and Debbie, 92. All right. There's a 92. That's exciting. That's it. That's all I got for you. Let's look up some fucking videos. No, not videos of fucking though.
That's not Craig, please.
That's not Craig. We don't want to see Craig anymore.
Nope, I'm over Craig.
Oh yeah, me too.
The first picture I saw that night when you guys came back, I was like, yeah, he's cute. Okay, I'm done.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, like when somebody takes a punchline and then they just fucking beat it to death.
Too far. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want him. I want to beat him to death. So there you go.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Oh wow, this is awesome. Not being exactly sure what I have in what order in this file, but knowing that I put a bunch of YouTube videos in here. Daddy's Sex Kitten, the collection.
Yeah.
Daddy's Girl Volume
Girl
1.
Volume 1. Truly
YouTube
tastes.
video
Oh, don't.
player. JPEG file. So these are photographs that I'm not sure what they are. This makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I need
Possibly.
MP4s.
So I found on Facebook, it was this picture, and I thought it was because I have a lot of groups I'm part of, so I see their posts like smart ass, sassy girls kind
Yeah.
of thing. And so I thought it was going to be a joke, and it just said, read more. So I thought there was a few more lines, and I clicked it. So I start reading. I'm reading. And I realize it's not a joke. It's actually a story, and it's for an app.
Oh.
So this was before the weekend. So at the beginning of last week. So I read like 3 chapters, and I was like, oh, okay. So like, I'm actually interested. It's not amazingly great, but it's kind of got a good premise. Like I could read this. So I clicked on it, and it's one of those, and thank God I paid attention to I went and read the comments and stuff. So authors put them on there and give you generally like the first 3 to 5 chapters for free. And
Yeah.
then you have to pay by coins, which you can get coins by like logging in every day and doing different things, following
Right.
people, this and that.
Mhm.
But you pay by coins, and you pay by chapter. And this book in particular had over 2,000 chapters. People were saying they had spent over 200, or no, I think it was $125, and the book wasn't done yet. And I was like, fuck
What?
that, right? That's insane. No. So
That's insane.
trash that. I get it. But now my Facebook feed is full of apps like this.
Oh God.
I'm like, no. So is it okay, this is a chapter book, never mind. But I did find one, and I think it's weird. I'm still collecting coins, but so far I haven't had to pay, and it said free. So I'm hoping, but it's called Dream with an E on the end. So I'm reading a book right now, and I thought I was just getting into like a little bit of romance, but like shifter, like sci-fi kind of, paranormal.
Yeah.
For the first few chapters that were free that were on Facebook, and after that it Daddy and Uncle, and I'm like, what the hell am I reading? Why am I reading this again? But I'm already in the storyline, so I'm like, fuck, now I gotta finish it. God damn.
Daddy and uncle. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble.
Woo! I was like, oh, that one turned fast. That one to the left really fast, like within like 2 sentences. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what? What did I miss? Did you skip a spot?
Wow.
So I'm gonna see if they end up trying to hit me up for like the last chapter. I ain't paying for nothing, but we'll see.
If there's a will, there's a way. I can learn how to hack it. Gee. So I tried something tonight and I didn't announce it. I read an article that said Coors Light beer has less than 10 parts per million of gluten. And I tried Corona, and they said Corona had 20 parts per million. And I found that if I drank more than 2 Coronas, I would start to get kind of a little bloated, a little. So everybody was swearing that Coors Light is technically gluten free because of how it's made, and less than 20 parts per million gluten is considered gluten free, but the beers can't advertise themselves as such. So I picked up a Coors Light,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh, Dave will be, or Matthew will be happy. I don't know why I just called him Dave. Duh. Matthew will be happy.
I haven't had one in a dozen years. I remember why. I mean, it is thirst quenching because it's just water, and it doesn't appear to have upset my stomach or joints, or we'll see. If I wake up and I'm swollen shut,
Yep.
that's gonna suck ass. I'll tell you what. But yeah,
Where's
not
that?
bad. Kind of, it is refreshing. I mean, if you're not looking for beer, you're just looking for beer-ish.
Pure-ish water. Yeah.
No yawning.
No,
Stop it.
fuck that.
All right, so here are our options. Excuse me. Super big pimples. Part 3. Elon Musk speaks on exiling his transgender daughter. Do not look away challenge. Funny animal attack. 99% try very hard to not laugh. Full video. This company releases video of a bus shooting. Very graphic. San Diego police body camera video of the May whatever shooting of a 26-year-old girl who was in emotional psychological distress and had a knife and came at the police when they were trying to rescue her. So they shot her, had to shoot her, unfortunately, 4 times. She survived.
Oh.
SLCPD shooting of Michael Bruce Peterson. I don't remember who that was. I just picked one that said graphic and awful. You want to see? You want to see a shooting? You want to see? Try not to laugh.
Just pick one. No, let's end with try not to laugh. Let's do that as our last.
Okay. Let's see. Top police body cam and dash cam moments. Oh, let's see that. It's not necessarily a death. It's just moments. Let's give that a shot. Here we go. Hopefully once it's playing, I can make it a little bigger than that. That's what she said. Ha ha ha.
Once it's in action.
All right, what did you trick me? I downloaded it, yet it didn't actually work. Fuck you. That's weird. I haven't made any more Synthesia videos. I need to. Alright, shooting death. As long as one plays, that's all I want. Guys, don't mess with me. Come on. Shelf Help Show. Dadbod, Biker Beard, Mama Fox.
Oh, none of them.
What the F in F? How big are these files? Open with DivX player. DivX player. Do I not have the DivX player anymore? Okay, open with your mom's asshole. That's fine. Oh,
Anything that'll work.
just something for the love of God. This is why I suck at life. It's hard to play videos. Most of y'all just double click. Unfortunately, you know, I have a degree in telecommunications, so I suck at it.
Right. It's your kryptonite.
Shut up. You're not supposed to agree with me.
You're kind of proving
Oh.
yourself here, not me.
Here it comes. All right.
There it goes.
Wow, this is fucking shite. All right, ladies and gentlemen, lick my balls.
No.
My mom got fake eyebrows tattooed on her face recently.
Did it look good?
Right now they look like caterpillars because, you know, they're brand new.
Yeah.
So apparently when they fade, you know.
My mother-in-law did that, but
My mom hasn't had any eyebrows for her, like, since she was 12, I think.
my mom's pretty much, she's a little bit older. But before she did that, she used to draw them on herself.
Yeah.
And do you remember the show, the Drew Carey show?
Yes.
With Mimi?
Mimi.
Was that her
Yes.
name?
I love
My
Mimi.
my brothers, even my mother called my mother-in-law Mimi behind her back, and still,
Oh, that's so funny.
because no, it was like the eyebrows were drawn like half of her forehead, and then she had like the blue or the green eyeshadow that covered not just her eyelid, but up to the drawn on eyeshadow or eyebrows.
Oh, no.
It was, oh my God, it was bad. And when she like would get dressed up and stuff, and then she had these, they weren't even really like fake earrings. They were just little stickers, but she would buy them by the sheets. And so they
No.
were little tiny just stickers. She would just stick on her ears. I swear to God, it would be like, oh, I'm going to dinner. And all I could think was, I'm sorry to whoever you're going with.
Oh, no.
She finally did get the tattoos, which calmed it down a lot. Because now
Right.
she has somewhere she can't go past.
Yeah, my mom never did anything dramatic, always very subtle.
That's good.
But I've seen people like in the workplace that had their eyebrows were shaved off completely, and then they had the fake ones that were like triangles up on top of their forehead.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get hired?
I
Like,
don't
we're supposed to.
understand.
We naturally would judge people like you. Not that there's a problem with having fake eyebrows, but you're ugly.
Which
What
is
the
not
fuck?
like that.
What the hell happened, kid? Why don't we have any video?
I don't know.
Son of. Okay, I have an idea.
What?
Sing everybody a song. Go ahead.
I am not singing. You know.
You sing like an angel.
No, I sing like the Screech Owl that me and John Dara listen to. He just doesn't know that was me trying to sing. No, I'm horrible.
I beg to differ.
When did you hear me sing?
In my dreams.
Yep, there you go.
Somewhere over the rainbow,
No.
Do it.
Nope.
way
Nope.
up high, there's a land.
I gotta say, there was a point in the
Where
truck
on-
driving with John. I think he was driving me back home.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what song came on, but not singing very loudly, but just kind of a little more than just under my breath. You know, there was a little bit of volume to it. I was just walking out the window and I was like, oh my God, I'm singing out loud. Holy shit. I was like, that's the comfort level I had with him. I was
That's
like,
a moment, right?
I don't do that around anybody. Like, what the hell just happened?
You're like, because of you. Just fucking belting it out.
No, it was more like, where the fuck is your God now?
Yeah, trash
that
metal.
wasn't it. That wasn't it, but yeah.
John's like, all right, the top 100 fucking harmonic duets in thrash metal history. Here we go, number 100. Are there really that many? So funny, so cute. He loves his music.
Yep. But so I found Hailstorm. I was listening to Hailstorm before I met you guys.
Yeah.
But I had never turned on like my Echo to a Hailstorm like channel. So I'll just say like play Hailstorm and similar artists, and I did it a while back, and now I'm like, so I thought these were like new bands, and I'm like, I came on here and like my favorite band right now is Five Finger Death Punch, and John just starts naming off stuff. I'm like, shut up, it's supposed to be new. It's like new to me. But I found like almost all of the bands that are now favorites of mine are bands that are his favorites.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, what about this song? And he's like, oh, it's so and so. I'm like, God, yeah, I can't stump him because he knows them.
Oh yeah.
But they're all new to me, so I enjoy the hell out of it. I think we listened to Popular Monster like 20 fucking times over the weekend. Whoever had their phone closest, it was like, play Popular Monster. Oh, okay, we'll play it again.
Who sings Popular Monster?
Is that Five Finger Death? No, that's Falling Back. Falling.
You make me want to be a better man.
Five Finger Death Punch.
It's Falling in Reverse. Sings Popular Monster. That's the
Oh,
favorite.
Falling in Reverse. Oh yeah, I love that.
You're gonna give me hope. You got to do better than you're doing.
That's the favorite at the moment.
What's the other song, Falling in Reverse song that's really popular? That they have a fast version and a slow version? There's something in it. What the?
Zombified? Do they have a slow version of Zombified? That's their next biggest one.
That's not it. That's not it. I have to look. I have to be like John. I'm gonna find it. I'll show you. What are their like most played songs?
Popular Monster and Zombified are their top two, and those are the two that I know pretty damn good now.
Voices in my head.
I'm Not a Vampire. Oh, I don't think I've heard that one.
The Drug in Me Is You. Is that it? Falling in Reverse discography. Anybody, chat if you know what the song is I'm talking about. Falling in Reverse, they did, I think it might be The Drug in Me Is You. Yeah, I think it is The Drug in Me Is You.
I don't know if I can place that one.
I will show you. I will show you. Oh, let's see.
And by the time I got home Tuesday, my phone was dead, like dead, shut down, dead. Because
Oh.
I brought charging bricks and my cord, and I forgot the adapter for my phone. I just have the wrong cord. Ugh.
I'm surprised it lasted that long.
Well, I charged it one Monday morning. I used John's charger.
I heard a
Halfway.
knock upon my door the other day.
Oh,
I opened it to find her staring in my face.
That one. And then
they have a slow version?
yeah.
Tell me why.
Yeah, there's one called The Drug in Me Is You Reimagined. and it's very fucking cool. Like they slow it down and it's twice as long.
I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to find her staring in my face. The feel of mortal stalking still reverberates. Everywhere I go, I drag this coffin, just in case. My body's trembling and shivers down my spine. Adrenaline kicks and shifts into overdrive. Your secrets keep you sick, your lies keep you alive. Snake eyes every single time you roll with crooked eyes. I felt the darkness as it tried to pull me down. The kind of dark that haunts 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts, I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet don't fail me now. I lost my goddamn mind. It happens all the time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be here, trying to consume. The drug in me is you, and I'm so high on misery. Can't you see?
Video's even better. I didn't show.
I've got these questions always running through my head. So many things that I would like to understand. If we are born to die and we all die to live, then what's the point of living life if it just contradicts? I felt the darkness as it tried to pull me down. The kind of dark that haunts 100-year-old house. I wrestle with my thoughts, I shook the hand of doubt. Running from my past, I'm praying feet don't fail me now. I've lost my goddamn mind. It happens all the time. I can't believe I'm actually meant to be.
We're only halfway
Whoa.
through.
Holy shit. Okay.
So, Falling in Reverse, The Drug in Me Is You. It was originally a 2.5 minute, like, punk song.
Yeah, because I've heard that one.
So this is the reimagined. It's definitely done, orchestral, and it's
Amazing.
now when you hear the lyrics that with that intensity and that delivery, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that punk version was about his heartache and his racing insane thoughts. Because
Exactly.
who's the lead singer? I forget his name, but he's had some mental illness challenges, so he writes
Oh.
about it in his music. So I don't know if anybody out there can relate. Thought you might like it. I'll take the hit on copyright for that. That's fine.
Right. That was amazing.
Yeah. Headphones in the dark, listening to that on repeat. Woo!
Yeah.
Could be dangerous, but
Yeah.
for the visual.
Trying to consume the drug in me is you, and I'm so high on misery.
Uh-oh.
Can't you see?
Damn.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but the last chorus where, whew, the last chorus where he's screaming his feelings,
Yeah.
like fucking touch me, like whew, whew.
Through the whole song, the intensity keeps increasing because in the beginning, his voice, anyways, is like a bit more melodic. It's softer, and even the second one, I noticed difference. I was like, oh, same. There's the chorus, but even that second time through was like, ooh, that's gruffer. And then by the end, it's like, holy shit, he is just, yeah, it's
All fucking raw emotion.
yeah,
All you can't
that was
hold back.
good.
So, if you weren't a Falling in Reverse fan, you should be now.
Yep.
For anybody, if you're not into punk, ska, thrash, rock, then
A lot of it,
oh, that was nice to go over reimagined. Huh?
a lot of it is John said it was new rock in you. I had never heard of that. But as I was naming bands and songs and stuff that I've been listening to recently, he's like, yeah, that's new rock. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
okay. I didn't know that.
Let's see. Every noise all at once.
I gotta say this though. You guys have given me so, like, especially John gives me shit about when I have my hair up so much on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So this past weekend, I wore it down the whole time. I put it in a back ponytail, just low when I would go to bed, because otherwise I'm gonna eat it, my hair. So I would just throw it in a ponytail. But so Tuesday morning, I took a shower and I came out and he's standing there and he's like, I had pulled my hair all up and I said, nope, I'm going home. Weekend's over. I get to now. I put it up. I'm like, it bugs the shit out of me. I'm like, I want it down now. No,
Right. It's
bugs the
heavy.
shit
It's
out of
hot.
me.
It's a lot of hair. That's cute.
God damn it. Y'all gonna freak out when I come in like at some point in time with no warning and have like cut off hair.
Do it. Won't freak me out.
I will eventually, but I gotta get it long enough I can donate it.
I don't rely on people's hair to be anything. I rely on people's attitude and self-confidence to be everything. So if your hair can make you that way, then do it. So Becky was like, I shaved my head, and my ex was like, you look like a dyke. And that's because he's angry because you're not his anymore.
All right.
I think you're hot as fuck. So there you go. What else do you need?
What do you have on the screen?
This is called Every Noise All at Once. So you just told me about new rock. So everynoise.com is a music genre identifier. So you can select, you can select the first tab, Every Noise at Once, and see what it brings up. I think it might bring up a map. Yeah, I think it's a map. Okay, so look over here. It's hard to see, but we'll start scanning. We'll start moving. Oop. And this is every music genre and how they're connected, how they began. Okay, I'm trying to zoom in a little bit for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, depending on where you wanted to start, you could look around the map. We'll zoom out a little bit. And like, here's Tech House. Tech House is connected to Funky House. Funky House, Bulgarian electronic, Indian techno, French techno. All these genres formed off of these other genres. They wouldn't exist without them, basically. And it's how they're influenced around the world. If you didn't have this wouldn't exist. This wouldn't exist. And it all spawns from your origination points, which are like jazz, blues, rock and roll, rockabilly, whatever. It starts back there, and then it moves forward. Wow. So if you want to find new rock and you want to find out how it's influenced, we could look. You could find an artist here. It'll take you to what genre they are. or you can scan, which will take you through just like a 10-second clip of a song by genre and just show you what they sound like. You can look at a playlist. You can see genre by what's popular now. Now this is all linked to Spotify.
Oh,
So
okay.
these are different lists. So global songs of 2021 by listeners. What was popular? Or starting from Earth. What are the global songs by listeners for the whole Earth? Or the USA? Or global albums by fan dedication in the United Kingdom? Or the top Brazil, the top pop? Like, you can go through and you can start going through other lists.
Right.
Listeners' favorites across the board. It's very interesting. So there's many ways you can attack it. You want to look at a country sampler? How about a genre sampler? Let's do a genre sampler. Let's find out. Let's do a new rock genre
Yeah.
sampler. We can hear what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So we'll click over there. Again, this is everynoise.com. It's... Move ahead, please. Move ahead, please. Oh, what is this? Hard rock, new wave pop, reggaeton. Oh, N-U-R-O-C-K. It's not on this page, but doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just means I'm not looking on the right page. Let's go
They
up here.
have
Emo
new
rap.
metal.
You want to hear emo rap? Let's back out to the main page and we'll do a search. So I like to find, websites that have cool stuff. Like,
Yep.
this is one of the cooler ones. You'll be able to hear it in a second. As soon as my computer is able to catch up. All right. While the computer is catching up, give me an idea of, sorry.
Oh. Of
Who's
what?
a new rock? Falling in reverse?
Yeah. As far as what I was saying.
Okay. So we get rap, metalcore, pop punk, modern rock, and rock for them. So metalcore, I bet. That's crazy. Oh my god.
So those are the categories Falling in Reverse is under?
Those are the genres that they're representing.
Oh, the genres, right? Okay.
That's correct. Let me show you what happens when I click on metalcore all alone.
Wow.
So these are all bands
Right.
that are metalcore.
Wow.
Falling in reverse. So here's falling in reverse over here. What are ones that will be similar? They'll be around it, right? Inspired by Beartooth. We butter the bread with butter. I Free Will, Sleepwalker, Windwalker, Curses, Siamese, Sentinels, Dead Crown, Siler Gideon. Now, if you want to know more bands than John will ever know, then you need to use everynoise.com.
Right.
You can be like, oh yeah, I was listening to Awake last night. You know, the Oceans Are Alaska. So there's Oceans Are Alaska.
Ooh, I like them.
Let's see what Gwen Stacy sounds like. How much yelling do you like? You gotta decide. I set my friends on fire. Are you gonna be hooked or what?
Yep.
Awaken I am.
With what foot hanging from the air, we
wonder where Linkin Park shows up on this. You weren't listening.
Lincoln Park. I like
Linkin
Lincoln
Park.
Park too. You say I wasn't listening?
Yeah, I
I
was just fucking
was.
with you. All that remains. I feel like I. Lamb of God, definitely John music.
Oh.
I'll make all your dreams come to life.
It just hurts my throat, like
Mine
to
too.
hear it.
Mine too. Okay, so let's see. We came up with that genre. Was just metalcore. So the other related genres are rap metal, modern rock. Go to the list view for these genres. Oh, maybe there's more. Maybe new rock is on here. Oh, look at that. You're right. New metal.
There was new metal. Yeah, I saw that.
Is that what he said?
It
New metal is the genre
could have
you
been. Could have
or
been.
new rock.
Thought he said new rock, but could have been new metal. Kind of makes sense. A lot of it is heavier, so new metal would make sense.
Let's type in NU for new. Dadbod, biker beard, mama fucks. 0 of 137. No, because new metal has. Oh, and there's Russian new metal. Oh, fuck me.
Whoa.
Let's see who falls under the new metal genre. Every noise at once map. Okay, I got that. What belongs in the new metal category? Look at the middle of the sort. You can sort. Excuse me. You can sort by mainstream only, deep only, deepest only, like deep cuts, deep cuts.
Oh.
Stuff nobody knows. Or sort by popularity, by modernity, by youth, by feminine. And they can sort all your fucking.
Wow.
This is what the sound of new metal sounds.
That's what you can decide. Peel me from the skin, tear me from the rain. Does it make you happy now?
So, an example.
Right.
I love this thing. This is so cool. What is postmodern neo-Marxist? Oh, I think woke ideologue Democrat assholes. Is that a genre?
Sure.
Cool. Oh, we all know this is definitely new metal. Let the bodies hit the floor. Seven Dust.
A lot of our local bands that I go out and listen to on the weekends play that song. There's a couple of them that play a song, and so my friend Joanne, she would always go, because I'm singing. I can sing in the bar because they're so loud no one can hear me.
Right.
And Joanne would just be looking at me because she's like, I don't know, like, what is this? And I'm like, what? Nothing's wrong with it. She's like, she now sings it. And she sings it to me. I'm like, just because I taught you the words, you don't have to sing it.
I love it. I fucking
And
love
I
it.
taught her what a mosh pit is. And I'm just like, now every time she hears that kind of a semi-heavy song, she goes, mosh pit, mosh. I'm like, no, Joanne. Joanne,
That's
like
hilarious.
me. I'm like, we're not starting a mosh pit.
She automatically has this like visceral reaction, like, oh no,
You know?
something bad is about to happen.
Yep.
What does Mexican power metal sound like? You may ask. How about
Melodic
melodic
power
power
metal.
metal?
That's what got my attention.
Melodic power metal? Melodic? Yeah.
Yeah, the melodic.
Let's see what melodic power metal sounds like, ladies and gentlemen. Lords of the Hunt, Spartan Killing Machine, Impact is Imminent. I am. See you
I
again.
am I.
Well, let's find out. Okay, I would beat somebody up for listening to that.
Yep.
What about you?
Yes. Although I gotta say, there was a point in time, maybe like 2 years ago, I was on YouTube and I stumbled across, I don't even know how I found it, but it was like not really songs that have like verses and choruses. They just tell the story the whole way through, and they're kind of like I think one of them was like like it's kind of like it's got pan flutes, but it's like kind of a little bit of a tribal to it. It was amazing. There was some like seaward bound ones. I don't know. I was just amazed by them, and I would just sit for hours and watch. And the videos would just flash like pictures. It wasn't like a video.
Yeah.
So they would like flash different pictures, and I would just be like, it was so. They were
What's it
just
called?
so entrancing. Oh God, I don't even know.
Don't you love it when you're in your brain,
Ah!
especially when you're observing something and you think like, this is transformative. I should write this down. And then you think, there's no way I'm gonna forget it.
I'll never forget it. Yep.
And then you go, fuck, what was it?
Oh yes, I do it all the time.
Quick pee.
Oh,
We'll wrap up in
Oh.
10 minutes.
and he's gone. And he's gone. Wow, my YouTube search is insane. I was falling in reverse. I searched them a few times. Sweet Home Oregon serial killer. That's right. The ghost of Highway. What is that? They have a show on Netflix. It was in my hometown in Oregon, but it was semi-close. And I actually knew the guy. I didn't know him, but I knew his stepdaughter. Weird. Weird. Under Your Scars, Godsmack. Oh, love that song. Love that song. Citizen Soldier. Citizen Soldier has become some of my favorites. But you have to be careful with Citizen Soldier. And I hate their name because I can't say it right. Citizen Soldier. I need to enunciate. I like them for the fact that if I'm like a little down, it's kind of validating. But also double-edged sword, if I'm a little down, they can bring me a little bit more down.
A little downer.
Citizen Soldier. Yeah, they're amazing, but you just in moderation.
Citizen Soldier.
Citizen Soldier, yeah. They it's very validating, especially like depression and stuff like that. That's pretty much what they sing about. And
Oh, they're like, you are crazy. You aren't crazy. People are out to get you.
when I first found them, what was that first song? Oh, I love I'm Not Okay. Still Breathing is good. Did anyone care? Oh. Now I'm just stuck. Now I'm like, oh, that one's good. That one's good.
Folk metal Latino Americano.
Oh, Bedroom Ceiling. I love Bedroom Ceiling. It's like, at first I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, it's so damn true. And I have said this in group before. I'm like, I said it one day and everybody just went, oh. Because if you stop and think about it, like, it's like no one understands me like my bedroom ceiling. So how many times you just lay in bed and just like vent and the ceiling catches it, you know? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Get it?
I think my kids are stealing my lighters.
Uh-oh.
By my kids, they're probably my youngest.
This is your sign. That's the one citizen soldier that I got introduced to. Is this is your sign, and it's the semicolon for suicide prevention. And it's amazing. But since then, I found that I just really like them. I just have to do them in moderation.
If you're, what does it say here? The lyrics flash and then it disappeared.
Yeah.
If you're standing on the ledge and you hear the song play, I'm telling you, this is the evidence, the evidence. If these words find you alive and it's still not too late, Jesus, I'm telling you, it's no coincidence. Okay, I can see already off the bat.
That's what I'm saying. Like moderation, or it can really have a tendency to drown you.
Yeah,
Have
just
to
take
be
it as
careful.
a testament. This isn't how your story ends. And if you're staring down the barrel now, feeling like you'll never make it out, if you're waiting on a reason why, this is your sign. Barely holding on and scared to death when no one understands what it's like in your head. If you're waiting on a reason why, this is your sign to save your life. Okay.
Yep. Heavy,
Alright.
heavy.
So it's good,
It's good, but it's intense.
but you got to recognize when you start to emerge from the dark, shut it off.
Yep. Because it will definitely reach back up and try to pull you back. I've done it.
Makes sense. So, guys, I know you wanted to know before we end the show, and I think 11 o'clock is a good time.
Yep.
The sound of folk metal Latino Americano can be best exemplified by Skiltron, Semicon, Bristlias, and we're gonna hear a clip of Bagpipes of War, so we can better understand the genre. Bagpipes of War. Why does that feel like Queen? Flash. You know, doesn't it?
Oh, a little bit.
So these are Latin American
Folk metal.
folk
Yeah.
here
Folk-
who are
folk metal.
folk metal, who you can hear the genres that have influenced them.
Oh, definitely.
Somebody's playing that pipe in the background nicely. That's beautiful.
Definitely, you definitely so hear that metal, that in the background. That
You got the double kick, right?
yeah.
You got the double kick drum going. And the bagpipe, they don't even have to mic it up. It's so bagpipes are so fucking loud that the guy's just standing on stage. It's fine. You don't need to mic them.
No, like
I know. I used to be in a bagpipe band, and my dad would be practicing in the garage, and you're just like inside. You're like, Jesus Christ. You walk into the garage, and you're just like, it's ear splitting,
Oh.
It's so fucking loud. You can imagine though, in the Scottish Highlands, your clan territory was as far as you can hear the bagpipe from the highest point.
oh, wow.
So if you were walking into somebody else's territory, you'd hear their pipes.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there's going
Cross
to be
the line.
trouble. There's trouble brewing with this clan.
Yeah.
You got your own tartan, do you? Yeah, those are impressive. don't call you on your cell phone, but if I did, I would want this as my ringtone.
Okay. Don't even have your number, but if you ever give it to me, I will
Yeah.
put this as your ringtone.
My cell phone number is 520-551-8461. If you want
And
to,
you know,
feel
I
free to
didn't
call
write it
me.
down.
Call me, text me, anybody. No, not you. Anybody else other than here. No, I'm just kidding. If you want Bagpipes of War as your ringtone for me, let me know. I'll be happy to text it to you. Save it under Dadbod and Biker Beard.
Yeah.
And hey, shit! If you fucking sign up and follow or likes anything, I'll call you randomly. You just got to, or at a specific time. Just let me know when you want Bagpipes of War to go off, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's Dadbod. Give me a second." They're like, "What? Is this a thing?" It sounds like a thing. You're like, no, it's just some middle-aged guy who made some shit up. But you know, self-promotion is better than no promotion.
Exactly.
There's no shame in my game. I've got very little game, so
You got enough.
got enough that
Don't need more than that.
I've got plenty of 2s and 3s that fight over me. So
Oh Lord, have mercy.
a lot. It's a lot. God dang it! It's a lot of pressure.
I am not on that list. Just that was for the viewers.
Yeah,
That's for
I had
the
a couple.
viewers.
I had a couple of exes that I thought were going to show up, and they didn't. Thank God. And then
We don't need to say names. We know.
I kept name tags of people who didn't come to the event that said they were going to. I don't know why they would have been not wanting to come. I thought they wanted to see me, but weird. So I said to Rebecca, "Hey, baby, how does it feel to be the queen of the 1s and 2s?" She's like, "What?
Oh,
What? I am not the queen of the 1s and 2s. I am at least a solid 6.5." I was like, "Baby," she's like, don't tell me I'm a 10 because I know I'm not." Well, you're a 10 to me, baby. You're an 11.
she said today we were talking about the pictures, and she said Julie took or sent her or posted a bad picture of her,
Yeah.
and then she said, "Here it is," and then I waited, and I'm like, "What?" And so she actually sent me a picture. I was like, "That's not a bad picture of you." She's like, "Well, we can just admit that's not the best." I said, "Okay, I'll give it to you. You weren't posing."
Right. It wasn't like it wasn't your angle of choice.
Right.
And it's funny as you try and look into somebody else's pathology. I'm like, "What's wrong with it?" And she's like, "Oh, because even though you're 110 pounds lighter than you were 2.5 years ago, you think you're too wide still. You're not.
Right.
You're nuts." Like, people compliment her all the time. I was just randomly like, not even randomly. She was enrolling Michaela, who's 15, in the 10th grade at a school, and they're like, "Did you say 7th grade?" She's like, "No, I said 10th." "This is your daughter?" "Yes." See, I was trying to do the math, and I thought 7th grade was a stretch. You have a daughter going into the 10th grade? Did she skip?
Yeah.
She's like, no.
I've had
No.
throughout my son being in high school, and now my son is almost 20. Next 2 months will be 24, and I've had people say that, like in high school, like, "Did he skip?" or "Are you really young?" Like,
Right.
really, like,
Were you
were
a
you
little slut?
12? Like,
You were a little slut, weren't
no,
you?
I was 24 before I had him. When I
Right.
had him, so
Right. Yeah, you look.
they're
You
like,
look
"Wait, you're how old?"
right. Yeah. So she's like, "I'm 40," and they're like, "What? No, you're not." And I'm like, honestly, sweetheart, you're the only person I've seen that when you show me old pictures of you, I don't see you in it. I'm like, "You're not in there. You never were in there. I don't know whoever you are now. I don't even see you in your baby pictures looking like this, or your or 1s and 2s. Maybe somewhere around age 7." I'm like, "Okay, I can see, but you look like a different person. And her mom actually told her the other day, which was, you know, it's not just me tooting that, or, you know, blowing that horn. Her mom said, like, she said who you were. She was married once before, or she wasn't married to the guy she had a
Right.
family with, because the first one was like supposed to be the one, and then it fell apart, unfortunately, and I think she held on to that for a long time. But her mom said, ever since you had been with so and so, the father of her kids, you didn't resemble yourself at all. And I never wanted to say anything because I didn't know how to say, like, where'd you go?
Mm-hmm.
She said, but now that you've gone through this transformation, I see who you were when you were 18, 19, 20 years old, and you were happy.
Yeah.
And you had the world by the cojones, and everything was possible, and you had joy, and you had love. She's like,
Yeah.
you had that love, you know, and that was that fresh love. And she's like, then you disappeared. And she's, I'm really happy to see that you're coming back.
That's cool.
How
My
nice
mom
is
said,
that?
yeah, my mom said something about me maybe a year or so ago. She said, you always laughed through everything because either I'm mad or I
Right.
laugh.
Right.
Like, and sometimes I laugh when I'm mad just to cover it. She says, but there was for a long, long time, there's been a hollowness in your laugh. She says, but, and it was maybe about a year around there ago. And she says, but I walked through the house the other day and you laughed in from like your room. And I just went, oh my God, like that was
Yes.
Missy.
Joy is
She
coming
goes,
back.
yeah, I heard the difference in your laugh. And I've always laughed. I've always been like the icebreaker kind of person, you know, and so that's normal. She goes, but it wasn't your laugh for a really long, long time. So
That's
so it's
wild.
amazing when other people notice that,
Yeah.
usually before we notice it ourselves.
Right. I went through the very, very same thing. I know I've talked about it before. You can go back and look at my Facebook posts from 08, 09, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then it starts to get a little shaky. And my sense of humor has always been fast, but it was faster. Like, I just found the joy and the humor in everything. And I just thought, like, I just like to be an observer of the world. And to me, memes would just pop out of my head, you know, like I would just share a thought, and it was a snapshot from my day, and they were 90% of the time they were well received and witty, you know, like people told me after the fact that they missed following my random thoughts, my quirky, weird, you know, absurd fucking thoughts that I have and then I would share. And then you just watch it disappear,
Yep.
and it just goes away. And I would try. There was times where I just gave up entire years. I don't give a fuck. I have nothing positive to say. I can't fake love during a fucking anniversary. I can't lie anymore. Like, I was just like, I'm stuck. And it sucks because my kids were still little.
Right.
I mean, I was so joyless that I couldn't even find joy partly in what they were doing and how they were being. And that's heartbreaking to miss that, you know. But then just through time, experience, education, isolation, not isolation, immersion. Me just figuring out who the fuck I am, figuring out
Yeah.
who I am,
Yeah.
figuring out my voice, and figuring out how to love myself, whether I'm loved by somebody else or not.
Exactly.
That was tough, and it took a while. So that evolution, then coming back and then choosing to put my voice out there, and then, you know, to me, the risk. Yeah, to risk just putting my voice out there again. That was like, I had that epiphany. I remember sitting in this house, and I was like, I went live on Facebook, just randomly, direct to Facebook, and it was a cool experience. We need to do that. We need to go just live to Facebook and just do Facebook stuff sometimes because it actually draws a better audience that
Yeah.
we're not seeing.
Yeah, I'm good.
I
Yeah,
don't know why I'm hanging on this fucking Twitch, but I reminded people, I said, if people act a certain way and you're used to people being a certain way and you're used to updates and asides and opinion and they're always sharing their fucking picture of their meal with you, whatever it might be. They've taken a picture of their kid every fucking 30 days in a new outfit with a new fucking marker in the background. They're taking a picture of their dogs dressed up in stupid fucking costumes. Every fucking pastry that they learned how to make. Who cares? Jesus Christ. Whatever that thing is, that if you notice it disappears, check in on them because something's wrong.
Yeah.
People will express to you when they're okay. And we do that by sharing the things that we think are part of our okay. Like, here's my humor, here's my observation, here's my whatever. I'm letting you know I'm okay, I'm checking in. When that stops, then it's your job to just ask, hey, are you okay? I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize until I spent like 6 years, probably 7 years, falling apart, alone, and feeling miserable about it, and thinking nobody loved me, nobody ever cared. I didn't realize people were literally like a nanosecond away at any point. I didn't have the courage to ask, so that if I don't have the courage to ask, and I'm one of the boldest fuckers I know, then imagine what everybody else is going through. Who doesn't like getting up on stage in front of people and bearing their heart and soul. So
Right.
that's my word for the day. Check in on those people, make sure they're okay, because if those habits and patterns and their ways of communication change, that's how they're communicating to you that they probably need some help, they need some friendship, they need some guidance, they need some support, they need something. Because if all was well, you'd still be hearing from them.
Yep. In the normal ways. Yep. Absolutely.
Boom.
Woohoo.
First 10
Drop
seconds of the
some
show, last
shelf.
90 seconds. That's it.
So there, drop some shelf help on you there.
There you go. There you go. That's what we do in the Shelf Help Show.
The all in
We,
between is just whatever. What it
It's
is,
filler.
what it
We
is.
start with an idea, and then we shit on people and things and ideas to make ourselves feel better, and then you get to an empty place, and then you share, and then it's over.
Right.
It's just like therapy. Can't have a 2-hour-long epiphany. It's too much.
Yep. Too much. 48 seconds. Or 48 minutes.
Shelf help
Yep.
bookends. Here you go. The front, the back. All the shit in the middle. We're just
whatever.
We're just screwing up the confidence to actually say what's on our mind. Huh. Mm. Well, I am so glad that I got to meet you in person. You
Oh,
are
me
more
too.
lovely than I expected, and definitely cements that I am not always right about men and women can't be friends. So,
Thank you.
I hate being wrong, but if I'm going to be wrong, it'll be for you. So,
Aw, I
that's
love you, my
love, I love you too.
bestest.
I love you too, sweetheart. So, oh yeah. Well, you, Jeffrey, you're not as tall as I expected, but you're not as fat as I expected either. That's like the best compliment ever. Uh, that's the compliment. You don't sweat much for a fat guy. If you catch me in San Diego after I hurt myself, I do. I sweat like a motherfucker. Stay where the humidity is on in the teens. Don't
Yeah.
sweat so much, you know? Well, yeah, it was lovely. I can't wait to do it again, and I mean that wholeheartedly. And I don't want to wait a season to find a reason. So
No.
Rebecca agrees,
Yes.
and I'm sure John does too.
Yep.
And probably don't have to rent a mansion, but
No.
Unless it's that one up on the hill that I didn't get to take you to see because John doesn't allow anyone to drive his truck, just so you know.
I know.
Yeah. I was like, what? He was like, I don't let anyone drive my truck. I'm like, I feel like you just damaged our friendship based on a superstition. 'Cause I was like, hey, maybe I can. No. Oh. Actually, no. It was this. We had stopped and bought cigars, and like he bought a beer or something, and I bought a cocktail in a can or something, and like he cracked it, and then I was like, hey, we need to go down the street. And he's like, oh, I just cracked this, and I was like, I did not crack mine. Would you like me to drive? No. No one drives my truck. I'm like, that's an odd fucking line in the sand to draw with another adult. Like, I intrinsically don't trust you as much as I don't trust strangers. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to fucking break your truck? I'm a reckless human being? I mean, I could be, but
We just got the fuel pump fixed.
I don't like sharing my things, and this is my thing.
That's the thing. That's it, though. Yeah. Doesn't like
Huh.
to share. Doesn't play well with others in the sandbox.
Well, I'm not asking to share your girl. I'm just asking to share your fucking truck. I was going to just drive you in your truck while you can drink in it. No? Fuck me? Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, this is the hill we're going to die on. Friendship is over.
Oh, no, no, no.
'Cause I was like, I said, there's a mansion that we're supposed to go see up on the hill, and I thought maybe, I can take you guys there. No, well, I have to rent a car to do this. You don't want to go. You don't want to move your stuff out of the back. I can't drive it, so. All right. I understand the rules now. Cool. Next time.
Right. Next time.
It's not the end of the world. It just always strikes me as odd when people are like, no, this is a hard no. Everything else is fine. Put a pinky in my
Right.
ass, that's fine. Right? Kiss my wife, fine. No big deal. Like, there's a lot of fine things, and like, no.
But not drive the truck. No.
It's operating a motor vehicle. It's what all men tend to do pretty well. No. All right. Next time we're gonna go see that big mansion. If I can Airbnb that bitch for a weekend, would that be amazing?
Ooh.
15,000 square foot mansion.
Holy Jesus Almighty.
I got some money for you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't count it while we're here. Wait till we leave.
Like, why haven't we gone out? Why haven't we gone out and done stuff? I'm like, because we need to be in the mansion.
Right.
We haven't even been in every room yet.
Yeah. We can do stuff here.
Yeah.
Here. We're staying here.
I was thinking about the mansion or the house the same way. The Airbnb was like, yeah, it's $1,300 for a couple nights. Like, it's not nothing. It's a piece of prime fucking real estate. Like, you and John had it right. You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like it
Sounds
over
it.
here. Like it over here. Like it over
Yeah.
here. I was like, why does everything always have to be go, go, go? I'm like, shh, relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to, so. All righty.
Definitely.
Well, my dear, you know I love you.
Love you too.
Everybody else, don't forget to love one another and love yourself.
Absolutely.
Have
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.